So, with that said, let me ask you then, tell me about the people who are coming to your food bank now, and also tell me when are the days and areas that you guys are servicing. So, who's showing up at the vegan food bank these days?
Yeah, so I would say, so we have two locations where we are physically. So the first one is the main brick and mortar food bank at Hope on Union, which is at 2208 South Union Avenue. Zip is 90007. It is the it is the week where every third Thursday falls on. So it's every third Thursday of the month for this particular food bank. The line opens up at 8 a.m. and it ends at 10. By 8, it is already wrapped down the street, down the block, around the corner. It's pretty intense. We get probably about 400 people that come to the food bank, and most of the community is um, El Salvadorian, Cuban, Mexican, Asian, um, Black, and white.
And you get
And
a lot of families, right?
a
It's a lot of
lot of
families
families,
coming. Yeah.
a lot of families. So we don't require information from people. They do the state is now asking us to ask for an email. So usually it's just the first um I think it's like first name, or no, it's not even name. It's usually we would just ask for how many people are in their household, but now they're requiring that we ask for an email. So that's all we require. We don't ask for any money or any proof or anything like that. And people come down the line. There's a human associated with each product. And I will say, I've been told that we have the best food bank in town, first of all.
Yeah.
And then second,
Well, you
um,
also you let people choose what they want to take, right? You don't just
right.
pre-pack a box, which
No, we
I
don't
also
pre-pack the
loved,
box.
that they
Yeah,
could come and choose and say, well, I want this or I don't. Because that, I mean, in my experience, I've seen a lot of waste because people often get boxes of stuff they're not going to use for
right.
whatever reason. And then you're like, I see them in my neighborhood. I know this because I'll see it around my neighborhood, people leaving food donation boxes of stuff they've gotten. They're like, well, I'm not going to use that. And then
Yeah.
it
Oh,
sits out on our street corner.
yeah.
And but I love that you give people the choice, also empowering them and making them feel like they have a decision in their lives.
Right. And then on top of that, what's probably the most important aspect is that everyone is spoken to. So all you hear going up and down the aisle is good morning, buenos dias, gracias, thank you so much. God bless you. Like there's so much gratitude.
Hmm.
So we're very fortunate to be a part of a community that is very grateful. Very, very few incidences, and if there is someone trying to cut in the line or something like that. But a very grateful community. And the people, they're trying to feed their families, and survive. Our the community that comes to us, because we're very produce heavy. So we're not very product heavy, we're very produce heavy. So we do surveys and things like that. And so we have certain staples, cabbage, um, kale. I'll usually have maybe broccoli or celery. There's some fruits. There's beans. There's rice. Yeah, there's just all types of different staples that we have when people come up and through the aisle, well, through the walkway. And one of the things that Oh, potatoes. Like we try to make sure, like I used to get these like really big 5-pound bag of potatoes so people can take, I try to think of things that that'll stick to the gut, and things that are hearty and that you can make for a family. The average person has about a family of four
Hmm.
in their household, and most of them have access to stoves. So most of our people aren't necessarily, we do have some, but most of them are not houseless. They're just going through economic hardships like I was, like I would have, oh, if the food bank was around, a vegan food bank was around, it would have been such a lifesaver and take off some of that stress and that worry because when you cannot provide for your own basic needs,
Hmm.
it just creates a whirlwind of other issues within the community, within
Yeah.
yourself. And so for me, it's like if I can take that burden off of some people where they know, like, okay, at least I can feed my family this week or next week, then I'm happy to do it.
Yeah.
and the goal is to have more financial abundance so that I want to spoil people. I want them to be like, this is too much stuff.
Yeah.
Like I want to make sure that people have more than enough when they need, because it is my belief system that food is a birthright, that we should not have to have jobs to have provisions. Every household should be able to receive provisions
Hmm. And
without
have
having.
access, like you said, to fresh produce, which is such a difference. It's not just a prepackaged or can or box thing. The
Right.
fresh produce, the fresh food makes such
It
a huge
grows from the
difference.
earth.